Because in the end, there are some people in your life that you need to make sure, no matter what, that they are satisfied with your relationship. And that's what the evidence is going to demonstrate. Now, Susan was killed December 22nd, that evening, or the morning of December 23rd, 2000. You remember, she goes out with Richard Markey. She sees the movie Best of Show. She drops him back off. She comes home. And the next morning, her dogs are running around outside loose on a busy street. But this story goes back to Kathy Durst. This is where it started.
All right, I want to bring back in my guest managing partner at the Cochran firm, California, Brian Dunn, and former federal prosecutor David Katz. And gentlemen, again, this case is really extraordinary in so many ways, and in one of the ways really came through in the prosecution's presentation there. John Lewin was really telling an epic story here, and really it's a circumstantial case. So he's relying on interviews with television producers from a television show, interviews with investigators. He's talking a lot about what type of person they are, and you heard there him talking about Susan Berman, her relationship, her father being a mobster, what type of person Robert Durst was. But I think ultimately, and I'll start with you, Brian, I think he's doing a fairly good job not only telling this story, but using audiovisual aids as well.
Well, he's got to tell the story. And one of the things that I think the jury probably doesn't understand when they're hearing this is that his case is actually very weak. He doesn't have a lot of compelling evidence, so he's got to kind of have to put together a tapestry of facts based on circumstantial evidence. I think that there may be some things he said that were objectionable. There may be some hearsay problems, but again, we're going to put that aside now. I do think that it's interesting that he is painting such a detailed picture of the character of the victims in this case. I've never seen, I don't know if you have, Michael, but I've never seen a prosecutor impugn the character of a murder victim like this. But I think this is the kind of thing he has to do in a case that he's putting together based more on a story than actual hard evidence.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, and that's why I mentioned this is a circumstantial case. So he's really got, again, like you said, this tapestry of evidence that he has to tie together. And David Katz, I think the reason that he's impugning the victim in this case is because she's doing some things that are not so nice. She's keeping information from the police. She's supposed to be aware of this crime and not telling it. So for this jury to understand why someone like her would do that, they need to understand her background.
Well, I think what I'm going to be really interested to hear on Court TV, on your show, is